Here we have a question, solve the linear programming problem using simplex method. So question, maximize z is equal to 15x plus 6y plus 9z plus 2w subject to these these three. Here we have got three constraints. So as I was stating in the earlier class, so whenever it is lesser than or equal to, you need to add the slack variable and make the inequality as equation. So add the slack variable S1, S2, S3 and make this lesser than or equal to as equal to. And then these slack variables would not contribute anything to your profit. Therefore, you consider that as 0 S1 plus 0 S2 plus 0 S3 in the objective function. So once these are made, we are supposed to make the initial simplex table. So let us construct the initial simplex table. So let us first write what is our Cj. So Cj values comes from this objective function. So here coefficient of x is 15. And then coefficient of y is 6. And then coefficient of z is 9. And coefficient of w is 2. And then S1, S2, S3 coefficients are 0, 0, 0. And then comes the SB. SB is the basic variable. S1, S2, S3 are basic variables. And then comes CB. CB is the cost of the basic variable. So that comes from the objective function, that is 0, 0, 0. And then let us write this matrix. In the first equation, we have got 2x. And then we have got y, therefore 1, 5z, therefore 5, and 6w, therefore 6 here. And then S1 is 1. In the first equation, there is no S2 and S3. Therefore, let us write it as 0. Second equation, similarly, let us write this matrix, that is 3x. So 3y, 3z, then 25w. And in the first equation, there is no S1 in the second equation. So S2 coefficient is 1 and there is no S3. Come to the third equation, 7x. Then there is no y, therefore 0. And there is no z also in the third equation, therefore 0, 7, 0, 0. And coefficient of w is 1. And there is no S1 and there is no S2 and S3 is 1. So this is the matrix. Then coming to XB. XB is whatever you get on the after this equal to signature, equal to sign. So that is 20 and then 24. And then we have got 70. These are the XB values. So after that, we are supposed to find Zj. And then we want to find Cj minus Zj. So these are the things we are supposed to find now. So in the first initial matrix, all these values you are multiplying with 0. So in the initial matrix, your Zj will be 0. Because you are multiplying the whole matrix with the 0 values. Therefore, it will be zeros. Coming to Cj minus Zj. So here 15 is your Cj and Zj is 0. Therefore, 15 minus 0. It goes like this. 15 minus 0. Therefore, it is 15. And next it is 6 minus 0. Therefore, it is 6. Then 9 minus 0. Therefore, it is 9. Similarly, 2 minus 0. 0 minus 0. 0 minus 0. 0 minus 0. So this is how we find Cj minus Zj values. So once we find the Cj minus Zj values, we are supposed to find Is all Cj minus Zj are negative? No, we do not have all the values as negative or they are equal to 0. There exist some values which are positive. After this, we need to find which is the maximum value of Cj minus Zj. Maximum is 15. So now we call this as key column. After finding key column, we have to come back to this column, that is minimum ratio. Minimum ratio is XB divided by key column. So my XB is 20 divided by corresponding key column element. What is that? That is 2. So XB divided by 2. So next I have got 24 divided by key column element. What is that? So that is 3. So 24 divided by 3. So similarly, we will be having 70 divided by 7. So once we calculate this looks like this. We have got 20 divided by 2, 24 divided by 3, 70 divided by 7. So find the minimum among this, minimum ratio. So that is 8. So now we call this as key row. So this corresponds key row and this is our key column. This intersection of key row and key column will give us the key number. So now 3 is our key number. So in the next table, we are supposed to make this key number as 1. Other than the key number in the key column, we need to make it as 0. That means in the next simplex table, this 2 and 7 should be made as 0 and this 3 should be made as 1. So in next simplex table means next table is, so this in this table, in the place of 2, I should be having it as 0. In the place of 3, I should be having as 1. In the place of 7, again I should be having as 1. So we know in the mathematics, we can't make single element like that. When we do such operation, other numbers will also change. Let us find what are the other numbers. Okay. So now S1, there is no change. Keep S1 as it is. And the cost of S1 is 0. Now this key row, this indicates this row will push this S2 out of the table. Or S2 is the leaving variable. In the place of S2, this is entering variable. This arrow says entering variable. So S2 leaves. In the place of S2, you will be having key column variable. So that is X. And the cost of X is 15. And then we shall keep S3 as it is. There is no change with S3. And the cost of S3 is 0. This is the first change. So after that, let us make this number 2 as equal to 0. So how do we make that? We find the ratio first. Ratio is the number to be made 0. So the number to be made 0 is 2 divided by key number. Key number is 3. So after that, we go ahead with old row. So old row means the number which I want to make it as 0. That is called as old row. Minus key row, corresponding number in the key row. And then this should be multiplied with ratio. This is the simple formula which we use to make the number 2 as equal to 0. So my old row is the number where 2 is there. So that let me write here. So 2, 1, the numbers, it goes 2, 1, 5. Next number is 6. And then I have got 1. And then I have got 0. And then I have got 0. And the last number, I have got 20. Minus key row. So key row corresponding numbers, I have got 3 and then 1 and then I have got 3, then 25, then we have got 0, then we have got 1 and then 0 and then 24. This should be multiplied with the ratio. Ratio is 2/3. So this should be multiplied with the ratio 2/3. So with this, we get the new entry as, so here 3 will get cancelled. So 2 minus 2, we will be having 0. So here we'll be having 1 minus of 2/3. So we know we have to take the LCM here. So 3 minus 2, therefore it will be 1/3. And then here 3 will get cancelled. So 5 minus 2, we will be having 3. And then here again, you are supposed to take the LCM. So 6 into 3 minus 25 into 2 divided by 3. So when you do that operation, you will be getting it as minus of 32. Take the LCM and then you can do it. So it will be minus 32/3. So here the next element will be 1, and then after that we'll be having minus of 2/3 and then 0. So similarly here we need not take the LCM. So 20 minus of 16. So we'll be getting here it as 4. So this is the changes we got according to the number we wanted to make 2 as equal to 0. So now key number, let us keep that. Afterwards we shall make it as 1, and below the 3 we have got the another number 7. So we need to make this 7 also as equal to 0, because in the key column, except the key number, all the numbers should be made as 0. So next again we need to make this 7 as 0. Therefore the ratio will be 7/3. That is the number to be made 0 divided by key column. Therefore that will be 7/3. So now again let us write the old row. Old row means the number which I want to make 0, that represents the old row. So that means it is 7. The next entry I have got 0, and then I have got 0, and then we have got 1, then 2 zeros, and then we have got 1 and 70. So this is the old row. Old row means the number which I want to make 0, the corresponding number, we consider it as old row. So minus, we need to write the key row. What is our key row? Key row is 3. First element is 3. And next I have got 1, and then 3, and then 25. And then we have got 0, then 1, and then 0, and then 24. So this is our corresponding key row. And this should be multiplied with the ratio. That is the only one formula which we have here in this simplex method. So we want to make the number as 0. So we use all these steps. So we want to multiply here by 7/3 is the ratio. Okay. So with that 3 minus 3, 7 minus 7, you will be getting it as 0. So next we'll be having minus of 7/3. So similarly 3 will get cancelled. So therefore we'll be having minus 7. So we'll be having 0 minus 7/3, and then minus 7, and then minus 172 divided by 3. And then we'll have 0, and then we'll be having minus 7 by 3 and then 1, and then we'll be having and then we'll be having 14. Yes. So this is about S3. So now a next process says make the key number as 1. That means we have got 3. This should be made as 1. Therefore, multiply throughout by 1 by 3. So then we'll be having 3 by 3, 1. Next number will be 1 by 3. And next number will be 1. And then we'll be having 25 divided by 3. And then 0, then 1, and then 0. Then we'll be having 24 divided by 3. Therefore, we'll be having 8. Yes. So after this, we are supposed to find again Zj. So Zj we are supposed to do. So Zj is all CB multiplied with X. That column, CB column, and multiply with X. And then again multiply CB column with Y. Like that it goes on. So now we get the values like this. See here, all the first row you are multiplying with 0. Therefore, it will be 0. So third row also you are multiplying with the 0. Therefore, it will be 0. You are only supposed to multiply like this, 15 into 1. So normal calculation, it goes like this. How do we find CB? Zj. Next, I am supposed to find Zj. How we find this Zj? It goes like this. 0 into 0. First one I will show, it is 0 into 0 plus 15 into 1 plus 15 into 1 plus it goes 0 into 0. Same process with respect to the other columns also. Therefore, here I'll be having 15. Similarly, the next will be 0 into 1 by 3 plus 15 into 1 by 3 plus 0 into minus 7 by 3. So like that, you are supposed to do the calculation. So you'll be getting 15, 5, and then we'll be having 15. Similarly, you can do all the other number. So you will be getting the values like this: 15, 5, 15, 125, 0, 5, 0, 120. So after finding this, again find Cj minus Zj. So it will be 15 minus 15. Therefore, you get 0. 6 minus 5 because Cj minus Zj. So it is 6 minus 5. So it will be 1. So 9 minus 15. Therefore, minus 6. Then 2 minus 125. Therefore, minus 123. So 0 minus 0. Then we will be getting. So this will be again 0 minus 5, 0 minus 0. So these are the Cj minus Zj values. So after this, we see that we get 1. 1 is more positive. Then all other entries are zeros or negative. So but 1 is there which is more positive. Therefore, we call now this as the key column. If you find any positive number, then that will be key column. So here maximum among all this is 1. So therefore this is called as key column. So once we identify key column, we are supposed to find XB divided by key column. So XB, how much you have in the first case? It is 4 divided by key column. Key column is 1 by 3. So therefore you will be getting it as 12. So next XB, how much we have got? We have got 8 divided by key column. Key column is again 1 by 3. Therefore, 8 divided by 1 by 3, which will be equal to 24. So next XB is 14 divided by key column. Key column is minus of 7 by 3. So I said previously, if you get negative, do not consider. Even though it is less, you are not supposed to consider that. So that entry you leave it, okay? So now among 12 and 24, which is the minimum? 12 is the minimum. So now this row is considered as key row, okay? So in the next table, what will happen? This row indicates S1 is leaving the table and this row indicates y is entering the table. So in the place of S1, I will be having y, and the cost of the y comes from the Cj column objective function, which is 6, and then x, there is no change, and then cost of x is 15, and then S3 will remain as it is, and cost of S3 is 0. So now similar process goes. We are supposed to make, other than the key number, all the numbers in the key column as equal to 0. So we are supposed to make this 1 by 3 and minus 7 by 3 as equal to 0. So in order to make this as 0, again we use the same formula. We need to find the ratio. So here let us go with this number. We want to make 1 by 3 as 0, right? So this is the first number below the key number, which I want to make it as 0. Therefore, I'll be having my ratio as the number to be made 0. The number to be made 0 is 1 by 3 divided by key number, whatever I have encircled. So that is also 1 by 3. Therefore, here the ratio is 1. So after that, new row will be old row. Old row means I want to make this 1 by 3 as 0, right? So that is my old row. That is 1 by 3, then 1, then 25 by 3. And then I have got 0, and then 1 by 3, and then 0. And then we have got 8. So this is our old row. This problem is a little bit lengthy. Then key row. Key row is 0, 1 by 3, then 3, and then minus 32 by 3, and then 1, then minus 2 by 3, then 0, and then we have got 4. And here the ratio is 1. So if you multiply with 1, it remains same, right? So we need not write that. So with that, we get the entries. The new entries we get as 1, and then we'll be having 0, right? So this is 1. Here 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3. So I'll be getting it as 0. And then 1 minus 3, therefore we'll be getting it as minus 2. And here minus will become plus. So you'll be having 25 plus 32. So we'll be having 57 divided by 3. And next element will become minus 1. So here minus will become plus. 2 plus 1, 3. Therefore, 3 by 3 will be having 1. And next position, it is 0. And then 8 minus 4 will be having 4. So this is all we get with respect to the corresponding operations what we have done. So next again, we need to make that minus 7 by 3 also as equal to 0. Again, same process. So we need to identify the number which we want to make it as 0. The number to be made 0 is minus 7 by 3, because it says, the algorithm says, identify the key column and then identify the key number, and then other than the key number, all elements should be made as 0 in the corresponding key column. Therefore, we want to make this minus 7 by 3 as equal to 0. So the number to be made 0 divided by key number will give us the ratio. So we have got minus 7 by 3, then 3 by 1. So 3 will get cancelled. So therefore now ratio is minus 7. So this is our ratio. And then we use only the one line formula. New row is equal to old row. Old row means the number which I want to make as 0, that row represents my old row. So here my old row is 0. minus this row, right? This I wanted to make it as 0. Therefore, 0 minus 7 by 3, and then minus of 7, and then minus of 172 divided by 3, and then we have got 0, and then minus 7 by 3, and then 1, and last element is 14. So this is our whole row. Then minus, we need to do key row. Minus, we need to write the key row. So key row, we have got 0, and then 1 by 3, and then 3, and then minus of 32 by 3, and then we have got 1, minus of 2 by 3, and then 0, then we have got 4. So this should be multiplied with the ratio. Ratio is minus 7. So with this, we get the new number. So new number, if you 0 here, 0 into minus 7. So therefore, we'll be getting this entry as 0. And then minus 7 by 3. So minus minus will become here plus. So therefore, minus 7 by 3 plus. So I am talking about this, right? So here, so we'll be having 0. And then minus minus will become plus. So minus 7 by 3 plus 7 by 3. So therefore, this also will be equal to 0. And coming to this, 7 minus into minus will become plus. So 7 into 3 minus of 7. So we will be getting this number as 14. Similarly, the next number, if you do calculation, you will be getting it as minus 132. Then 7, because minus and minus becomes plus. So therefore 7. And next will be here minus 14 by 3. Then minus 7 by 3. So next process will be getting it as minus 7. And then 1. And then you will be getting it as 42. Coming to the first row, we want to make, this is the key number. So key number should be made as 1. How do we make it as 1? You multiply throughout by 3. So that 3 will get cancelled. You will be getting it as 1. So that is how we get the key number as 1. So we have 0, 1. So next 3 into 3 will be having 9. So here 3 will get cancelled. So therefore we'll be having minus 32. And then similarly 3 will get cancelled. So therefore we'll have minus 2. Then 0. Then 4 into 3 will be having 12. I think somewhere I missed. So this is 0. Then with respect to this 1. Then this with respect to this, it is Z, it is 9. So W will become minus 32 by 3 into 3. Therefore, 3 will get cancelled, minus 32. So this will be 1 into 3. I missed this, right? So it will be 1 into 3. So here 1 into 3, I will be having minus 32, then 3. So 3 will get cancelled, therefore minus 2. So 0 into 3, therefore 0. Now 4 into 3, we will be having 12. So this is our modification, whatever we get. Again, find here Zj. So it goes like this, 6 into 0 plus 15 into 1 plus 0 into 0. So therefore here we get 15. So similarly, 6 into 1 and other elements are zeros. So therefore 6 into 1, we will be getting it as 6. So next it goes 6 into 9 plus it will go 15 into minus 2 plus it will be 0 into 14. So that is how we have to do. So it will be, if you calculate that, it is 15, 6 and the next element will be 24. So similarly, 6 into minus 32 plus 15 into 57 by 3. If you do, you will be getting it as 93. So next, you will be getting 6 into 3, 18 minus 15 into 1. So therefore, it will be 3. 6 into minus 2 is minus 12. So plus 15 into 1. So it is 15. So 15 minus 12 will be having 3. So next, all we are multiplying with zeros. So therefore, we will be getting 0. So next we'll be having 6 into 12 plus 15 into 4 plus 0 into 42. So therefore it becomes 132. So after this, find Zj minus Zj. So here 15 minus 15 will be getting 0. 6 minus 6, 0. 9 minus 24, you will get negative value. We are not bothered about the value. We want to know whether it is negative or positive, right? So 2 minus 93 also negative. You need not subtract. You can just write it as negative. That also fine. We want to know only it is whether negative or positive. In order to do the problem in the exam, we may not get more time. So in that case, you can write negative. That is also sufficient. So now Cj minus Zj, we observed all values, either they are 0 or they are negative, right? So either they are 0 or they are negative. So the iteration stops. So we can find the optimum solution. So this value, this column, solution values column, that is nothing but xp. From there, we can find the optimum solution. So maximized value of z is 132 at x is equal to 4 and at y is equal to 12. In this basic variable, you are only having x and y, but your problem is based on all the variables. So in this problem, you have got x, y, z and w, right? So in this problem, you have got the variable x, y, z and w. But here in the last table, in the basic variable column, you have got only x and y. That means you need to use only x and y. W and z variable should be taken as zeros. Okay. That is how we come to the conclusion. In order to get the maximum profit, x value should be equal to 4 and y should be equal to 12. And w and z, we should not use that product at all. Like that it is. Okay. So that variable will be 0 and then we get the maximum value as 132. So this is how we do the problem. And then coming to the last problem. So I think now you are perfect with the simplex method. We have already taken 3 problems. So in the last problem, I will just explain the method because you know now how to do. So it is a minimization problem. All the problems, whatever we have done, all that was maximization. But here it is a minimization problem. But the process is same. We are not changing any methods. That means you need to find Zj, you need to find Cj minus Zj, and then you need to find the key column, then you need to find the key row. So the same process will go on. There is no change in the method. But initially, what we are going to do, we are going to change this minimization problem to the maximization problem. How do we change? You multiply this by minus value. Okay, so you want to multiply by minus value. So minimum minus z, you multiply with the minus sign. So then you will be getting minus of x and then plus 3y minus 2z. This is the only change. So minimum of minus z, whatever you are getting this we call it as maximize z. So the problem now it remains same. Maximize z is equal to minus x plus 3y minus 2z. Other criteria remains same because I have already said when a problem is of maximization, the constraint should be lesser than or equal to. The constraints are lesser than or equal to. So you no need to change this. Only change this objective function by multiplying with the minus sign. So that's what is done, and the rest of the process goes same. So since it is lesser than, you add s1, and since second equation also lesser than or equal to, therefore you add slack variable s2 and make it as equal to. So the third also it is lesser than or equal to, therefore add the slack variable s3 and consider it as equal to 10. So the rest of the process remains same. So again, make the initial table and then calculate the answer. So after calculating, this is the final answer. This all is given in the LMS, the full notes. So you can go through that notes. Okay. So then you will find here in the last table, Cj minus Zj value. So here, process is same. You need to do till you get all the values in the Cj minus Zj row. Either it should be negative or it should be 0. So now declare the answer. Z maximum is 11. Then at x is equal to 4 and at y is equal to 5. So this is the answer. But what we were supposed to do, the question was find the minimum value, right? Solve by simplex method, find the minimized value for z. But what you did, you multiplied with minus sign, right? So the last step when it comes, so whatever the answer you get, maximum value is 11. Now you multiply that with minus sign, then you will get the minimum value. So minimum value is minus 11. Other value, there is no change because you didn't do any changes with your constraint. You did changes only with your objective function. So therefore, after solving, you multiply this value with the minus sign. That will give you the minimized value for your objective function. This is the only change we need to remember when we are converting a minimization problem to a maximization problem. So this is how we do the problems by applying the simplex method.